What up, that devil? 3 A-Holes Media. Welcome to top 5 things I want to see in MMOs. Now, some of this may have been done in like one game and then another game, but I'm talking about all in one game, specifically top 10 MMOs. Uh, that's based off of actual subscriber base and profitability, not your opinion or my opinion or anything like that. So you have to do your own research on which ones. But basically, my biggest pet peeve is when I enter a dungeon. It's the same dungeon. So if I'm trying to farm this dungeon, it's the same over and over and over again. If I'm tanking, it gets boring. If I'm DPSing, just follow the guy. It gets to be just a monotonous grind. That's all. A farming grind. So what we need is variable dungeons or variated dungeons. And I'm not talking about just I've heard a couple of them have done it, but not like how I'm talking about. See, basically what happens is like before you go on a raid or before you go in a dungeon, people are like, "Oh, you need to go watch these videos." And no, you need to do this. You should already know this. No, that's bullshit. Each dungeon should have like 100 different variations. Literally, like the dungeon layout itself just completely rearranges. So when you leave the instance and return to the instance, not when everybody's in there as a party or a group, but when you leave the instance and come back, like refreshing it or resetting it, the whole dungeon just changes. And I don't mean just moving one room to another place and stuff. I'm talking about completely flip flopping the dungeon around, like throwing it up in the air as a deck of cards and it's shuffling itself. And you got to pick up the mess. But on top of the variated dungeon, you need to have the NPCs and mobs completely scatter and move. And what really kind of makes me mad about a lot of the MMOs is like take GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64. You got AI where the guards and stuff are moving around and they're coming up. There's a little bit of that in the games, but it's not really that smart of an AI. It's just kind of like, okay, you're within the vicinity, now here we come. I'm talking about get us some better AI in there, but change like the bosses and everything just completely different. Sometimes even the boss you got to fight, change it, change his weaknesses, change his style, change the way he is, change the boss himself, and make him a totally different boss, totally different character. Like, make it to where the game is fun instead of monotonous. I guess that was number 5. So number 4. These are not in order of my preference. This is just I want all 5 of these. So number 4. I know it's a massive multiplayer game, massive multiplayer online game, whatever. But I want to play more than one tune, like the old Final Fantasies, Final Fantasy 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I want to be able to control an entire party. I want to go through a dungeon with my own healer, with my own. Now you can't just have them. You got to level them, like level them one at a time or whatever. You got to get a max character first. And then you can turn around and do this, that, and the other, or you can level them all at the same time. However you want to do it. But the thing about the sandbox one-player MMO where your avatar is you. I get that. That's what it was supposed to be. You're the character. But we've grown beyond that. We need to be able to control multiple characters. It's like multi-boxing. People multi-box, but instead of multi-boxing, all your characters can be on the same screen. And you can take your healer, take your DPS, take your tank, whatever. Or if the game is like Guild Wars or whatever that doesn't have like the Holy Trinity typically, but you can there's an AI to where you don't have to stack them on top of each other and make them follow each other and all that kind of stuff. And the DPS will do your basic macro or however it is, but it's artificial intelligence helping you. Like in Final Fantasy 7, you could set up your characters and it's not going to be turn based, of course, but let's say like Secret of Mana. I don't know if any of you played Secret of Mana, but it's not an MMO, but it's an RPG, and you got AI for the other two characters that are with you. I believe we've went beyond the basic one-player MMO play. We need to go into the idea that we want to be solo. Now you can still have your raids and your all that, but you can have like solo achievements and then do your heroics and all that, but then turn around and still have to group up to get all the other group achievements and stuff. So I just think it needs to be more for a lot of these newer kids growing up. They got, ADHD or whatever. They're hyper. Their mind is racing. They want to be able to do multiple tasks. But if you still want to just be one player, you can. But give us the option. If I can level 5 tunes on a server, and I can take them with me all at the same time or whatever. However it's set up, I don't care. But I want to be able to play more than one tune. That's it. I'm tired of looking for group, pick up group, looking for raid, all that. I want to be able to do the stuff on my own. But I still want the social aspect of talking to the guild through whatever, Discord or this or that, or playing the game together. I still want all that, but I don't want to be able to have to say, oh, what time are you getting on? What time are you getting on? I work nights. When I'm on, there's 3 people on. It's a way to balance the playing field for the people who are off shifts. So, and then on top of that, I would want my character to be able to have like a child. So like, let's just say World of Warcraft, for instance, because it's one of the biggest still. Your character's maxed out. The new expansion comes. When he goes to the new zone, it becomes his kid. So now he's level 110 or 120, whatever it ends up being. He's level 110. But now he's tier 1 level 1, or tier 2 level 1. So tier 1 level 110, tier 2 level 1. So you start back at a fresh zone, but you can call upon your grandfather or your father, whatever, however far it goes, however deep it goes. And they're like kind of like the espers in Final Fantasy. Like they can bring their special attack, and you can bring them like a mega spell, and you can only use them like every 45 minutes or whatever the cooldown ends up being. Maybe it's 24 hours. But now you've added an element to the game where you're starting fresh, but you're not, because you're still level 110, but now you're just level 110, and the kid is level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just adds a little bit of depth to the game. All right. 3. More customization. I wanted to be able to paint my Mechano Hog when I was playing Warcraft real big. I wanted to be able to make it different than all the other people's. I wanted to put a logo on it like the guild tabards and stuff. Like I wanted to just get down in there and put some rims on the damn thing or something. I'm not saying that's what I wanted to do, but give me the option to do it. More customizable options. Paint my sword, dye my sword, make it look different. The transmutation or transmog, whatever it was, that was pretty close, but you had to go get the item, and I'm talking about full blown. Like I don't have to change the stats or anything, but just make it to where I can make it look like how I want to make it look. Like that's it. Platform swapping. This is a big one. The Switch almost pulled it off, but they don't have any MMOs, and they don't have any, But this is what I'm talking about. I'm playing, I'm grinding, I'm doing my dailies, whatever. And now I know I gotta go to work. Well, of course I'm not gonna be able to play the full-blown game while I'm at work. If I'm running a machine, if I'm waiting tables, or if I'm riding in a forklift, whatever. Let's say I'm driving a truck. I don't have time to be like right up on the game live. Has to be, first person in the moment. I could die or wipe if I'm not paying attention every second. But I need to be able to download like the next 10 quests and the zone that I'm in, and I can have a little like top view Nintendo Legend of Zelda, the first Legend of Zelda. Run around and do dailies or whatever. I can actually move around, and it's just kind of turn based. Like I can just say here, go here, mine this, and it actually does it. you came up with the apps where you can talk to the guild and you can check your auctions and that kind of stuff, but just give us a little 8-bit, 16-bit top view. We don't have to have super graphics and all that other stuff. We know where we're at based on how we play the actual game. But now we can go straight to mobile. Hey, download these, or you can have it download the options, and it'll say these are the next 10 quests that are available for the mobile. But when you play it on the mobile, it actually transfers to the main account. So when you log back in, when you get off of work or come back from your doctor's appointment, it's all experiences gained, and everything is translated like even, and it doesn't have to be the full-blown game. Even though Ava Bell has proven, the MMO on the Android has proven that you can play MMOs on mobile. So, but yeah, I want to be able to, like, oh, I gotta take a dump. Boom! I got it on my phone real quick, and I can continue. You know, I'm not gonna do main dungeons and stuff like that, but I could still be like moving around and getting my 5 fucking zebra tails or whatever the fuck the quest is. That would be awesome. Think about it. I guess that was 5, 4, 3, 2. That was 2. Alright. Well, that's not platform swapping though. That was the mobile. Platform swapping is if my buddy has an Xbox One and I have a PC, I should be able to play with them. I get how y'all say that. Well, this doesn't do that or that doesn't do that, but it's got to we got opposable thumbs and shit. Like, we can't figure this shit out. Like, really, we can't figure this shit out. We want cross-platforming. It's 2018. Figure it out. World of Warcraft shouldn't just be on the PC. Elder Scrolls tried, moved off a little, but y'all can do better. All of you. I want to play the Kickstarter games. Make it easier for these people to make games. It's just bullshit. Those are my thoughts. And yeah, a few of the games already got like variated dungeon shit, but not the way I was saying it. So, that devil 3 a-holes media. Like, share, subscribe, touch the a-hole, and leave your comment below what you want to see in MMOs, or what you've already fucking seen that you like. I don't fucking know. What can make MMOs fun again? Because it's just fucking monotonous, All right, I'm out.